Hey guys, welcome back to All About That Drama.
And today we are joined with Rosie Crome, and
Hey.
we'll be getting into how she feels about drama school and acting and stuff and things. So we'll get straight into it. So Rosie, how did you get into acting? Where did you find the love for it at the start?
Well, it actually took me a while, to be fair. Like, I've always done it. Like, I've always taken part in like drama at school, like drama class. So I did GCSE drama. I did a drama club when I was like drama club in primary school. Did it at sixth form, but it's actually, I kind of thought for ages I was going to be a writer and I was going to go into English and do an English degree. But then I kind of academically I was good at both, like grades wise. So I was like, oh, I'll just audition for drama school, and that's kind of how it happened. Really, it was. I felt like this should be a better story, but yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Like, how did you? Did you say you went to college to do drama?
Yeah, so I did sixth form, like BTEC acting.
Yeah.
Which actually, I mean, it wasn't actually very academic, like written wise, because I hear that A-level drama is like a whole other thing. Like, you do exams, like written exams, loads of shit like that, loads of stuff like that. But we didn't do that. So I did that at sixth form, and then I auditioned for like a BA course, and then I got offered a place at Mountview on their foundation course, which was like my first step into like serious training.
Did you not do any like, I guess, club thing, like stagecoach, that kind of thing on the side?
No.
I
think I did a bit of Fair Kites. There's a performing arts thing at my school, my home in Hornchurch, called Fair Kites. So I did a little bit of that, but I didn't really commit to anything when I was little. Like, I went through so many different stuff, and I'd always get bored and drop out. So my mum was like, no.
What stuff did you go through?
Just dance. I think I did like karate for a few lessons, and
Yeah.
then I just didn't do it. I did, yeah. I did dance, like karate. I mean, to be fair, I think I would have persisted with dance, but I just hated money. So
why did you circle back round to acting then?
I just think it's always been there, and that sounds really cringe. I just feel like it was kind of always there, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm okay at that. And then I kind of was like, oh well, I could try and do that. I just think I never really took it seriously as a career, but I can't actually think of a moment where it was like a penny dropped and I was like, oh. I just think I was like, I don't want to stop doing it. So I had a lot of fun in college. We did like a little bit of the kind of similar work that we do at drama school, just not, our teacher wasn't really as knowledgeable as we get now. So we did a little bit of uniting and a little bit of like objectives and stuff like that. And I mean, that's not what made me want to go back to it, but we did some similar stuff, and I feel like that was a bit of a taster. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So that leads on to the next question. How was like applying for auditions and like the whole process of getting into drama school?
So it's 3 years long for me. But to be fair, that's quite average. Like, I remember I made lots of little like audition buddies that I'd meet every year, because they'd be auditioning again as well, and we'd be like,
oh really?
Back again. Oh, we didn't get in. But my first year, I mean, it was successful because I got into Mountview, which was great. I mean, I got into the foundation course. But I remember literally I'd go to every single audition. Like, I auditioned for all the big schools like RADA, like Lambda, at the time Drama Centre, but they're no longer a school now. Like loads and loads of like the bigger names, like Rose Bruford. I hadn't even heard of PPA in my first year. Actually, no, I have a friend who's just recently graduated PPA, Toby, and because we went to college together, and he told me to apply for PPA, but I was like, Toby Pavitt. Yeah, we went to sixth form together.
He's on the West End, or he was, or it is on West End, depending on when you watch this. Gunpowder Plot.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Currently?
I think, is it currently?
He's still currently doing it, yeah. It's sick. Wow. But he told me to apply for PPA, because that was the year that he got in on my first year of auditions. So I was like, I didn't even really give it a second thought. But yeah, so my first year went by, I did the foundation, and then we did our auditions while we were on the foundation course, which was like, it was a whole other thing. Like, it was so difficult because, you know how gossipy like cohorts get as it is, but like they'd be like, oh my god, like so-and-so auditioned for this place and so-and-so auditioned for that place, and they got a recall but then they didn't, and then they got special consideration. It's like loads of like, so that was difficult. But yeah, long story short, didn't get in. But I always just blame it on COVID. I'm like, I took a gap year, but like no, I literally didn't get in. And then I tried again, and that was like my best year. So I got my offer at PPA, which I obviously took. That was brilliant. But I also got I got into loads of like last rounds, like loads of BA recalls. And that was like the validation that I think you're looking for, which out of audition anyway. So yeah.
How would you say the course of a foundation is different to, like, obviously let's just go with the first year of PPA, obviously on a 3-year course. How would you say that's different to a year on a foundation course?
It's really different. I mean, we did a lot of, so we did skills, and the different thing about Mount View is that we did blocks of skills and then we do a big project at the end. So we do an intensive project, which I think PPA are kind of trying to move into for the new term.
Yeah.
But so we have skills, but like a lot of it was, we would have like a little few like industry kind of based things, but there was no lessons dedicated to industry or anything like that. But there was a bit of like, oh, when you go to the industry you might do this, that kind of talk. It was very, very centered around getting onto a BA, and that's basically the whole point of it. I think there's a massive misconception that a foundation course guarantees you a place on the BA at that school, because I know that myself and a lot of like my other peers from there, we were all like, oh, well, I'm on the foundation now, I'm going to get onto the BA, like I've spent $9,000.
So you have to kind of pretty much compete for it then.
Yeah, very much so. Like if I'm honest, like I'm really grateful for my time on my foundation, because I tried to say like don't regret anything, but it was so mentally difficult. Like it literally like you know, I don't regret it. Like I met my boyfriend, made some really good friends, but oh my god, like mentally it was so difficult. And when you compare that to the first year at PPA, where you kind of, you know that you're going to be in that for 3 years with that group of people, you know, provided maybe a few might drop out or change their mind or whatever, but you know that essentially
that's going to be your ensemble for the next 3 years.
Yeah, but there's no kind of certainty with a foundation.
I suppose,
yeah,
it will make a difference.
It's difficult. It's hard. Basically, I way prefer being on a BA, but I can see how a foundation could be useful. But then some people may view it as a money grab, and that is a good argument as well.
Yeah. Do you feel like foundation was a good step up almost into the 3-year course, even though they're different drama schools?
Yeah, I think so, because I can't tell if my foundation got me ready for my BA and gave me the step up, or it was the life experience that I got in between that time and then PPA, because obviously we had a COVID and I had like loads of other like personal stuff going on that was quite challenging and stuff, and you know, really character building stuff, sorry. And character building. Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, was it my foundation or was it everything else? But I like to think it was like a combination of both. But it was the question, like, was it a step up?
Yeah, like, was it?
Yeah.
Well, no, not a step up. More like, was it easy to roll into the 3-year course after being on a foundation course?
I feel like I've had experience.
Yeah. I'd definitely say it cushioned the blow that it would have been, because I knew how intense the hours were.
Yeah.
I knew I'd been around like drama-y people before, so I kind of knew what to expect. Because I know obviously when you take drama at sixth form it's different, but people aren't always there at college to take it seriously. Sometimes it's just a bit of a fun subject or whatever, but people in the foundation take it seriously. People in the BA also take it seriously, so you know
you're around people that want to do the same thing.
Yeah, so you know what to expect in that sense.
Are the hours on the foundation course different to the 3-year?
No, so our hours at Mount View were, to be honest, arguably like more intense than at PPA. We had absolutely no free periods at all.
What?
Like, we had not a single free period.
What was the kind of, like, when did you start and leave?
I mean, we did start later, but we finished a bit later as well. So I think I remember, like, I always used to get that early because basically I commuted, like, I couldn't afford to live in student accommodation, so I commuted from Essex to Peckham, which is like an hour and 20 every morning on the train.
Yeah.
I mean, it was commitment, to be fair. Like,
big commute.
And commuting, no offense, but to Peckham.
Yeah, Peckham as well is a bit of a scary area for a woman when it's like in the winter and it's very dark early and very dark early in the morning and then dark early at the night as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hours, I'd say it was like, I think warm up was at like 9, maybe 9:30, and then the actual first lesson starts at 10.
Right.
I think. Yeah. And then we finish at like 6:30 some days. But then there might be like, oh, we need to stay back and go over our monologues for this. And I did really struggle with I think a lot of that was to do with the fact that I commuted though, because it's just a 10-minute walk back to halls and then I'll get some work done. I've got to do the whole commute back. And then I'm tired from the commute, and then I've got to have dinner. Like, oh my god, I lost so much weight just because I did not have time to eat dinner, because I was just like, and obviously it's so physically tiring as well. And then I was working on the weekends, so it was a lot to juggle. But I would honestly say that Mount View felt more intense than PPA. But again, that could be to do with the fact that I live in Guildford now.
Yeah,
everything on top and
easier.
Yeah, 100%.
So, are you enjoying PPA so far?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's been really, really loads of ups and downs and stuff, but I really think I've learnt so much. I feel like I've grown a lot since joining. So
sure. How did you find first year as a whole?
It literally feels like a dream looking back now. First year was great. It was really, I really do feel like they've threw us in at the deep end in a sense. It's like I didn't feel like I was a first year. If you know what I mean, like I didn't feel like I was being babied at all or anything.
Especially in project.
Right? Yeah, like project really felt.
You're just like expected to do it.
Yeah, like I liked that they had like high expectations of us from when we first got there. And I don't know, I think I found the whole year really refreshing because it was my first year away from home, so there was like kind of that aspect of kind of, oh, like this is exciting, like I'm living away for the first time and meeting new people. I mean, definitely socially it took me a little while to kind of find my footing. But I think everyone would probably say that because you take a while. You know, you might have best friends in Freshers Week and then you don't talk to them next term. Like, yeah.
Interesting. Well, how are you finding second year now? Obviously, now you've gone through your first year at PPA.
At first, I would have said it doesn't feel any different, but the workload is really creeping up now. I'm a bit like, whoa, like they've ramped it up. Like I feel like we've got so much to learn. So quickly.
Yeah, it just came out like today. We were in Acting with Camera, and then everyone was talking about the Shakespeare dialogues. And I was like, wait, we have to learn them for next week. It's
not for next week. It's for week after. I think
it's for you have to learn them for assessment weeks. It's an assessment,
right? Okay. It's not been mentioned that much. Like I've
I feel like there's not been a lot of pressure around it.
No, that's why I've just not really.
But I asked Alex at the end of last lesson what's going on with lines, and he was like, just the sooner the better, basically.
Yeah, I'm glad you did ask that because
I'm gonna start that.
No one else would. No one would have done it.
Second year is great. It's just really, really intense. But it's nice that we know each other now, and we have that sense of we don't need to do all of the kind of awkward kind of get to know you. I feel like. Because I feel like when things are intense, you need those people that you can trust, and you know you have your safe people that you can you can talk to all the time and hang out with, and so yeah.
I mean, actually, I remember we talked about this in the dance lesson. But are you excited that? I mean, I know it's not a project, but we get to do Romeo and Juliet.
I'm gassed. I'm so gassed.
Because I remember you saying like your like dream role as a project. I think it was your dream role was to play Juliet, right?
Yeah. Well, I really, really want to do Shakespeare for our third term. Shakespeare, obviously we're going to do Shakespeare. I mean, Romeo and Juliet for our Shakespeare. Okay. But whenever I've said that to a lot of people, they've been like, oh, no, like it's so overdone, but all Shakespeare is overdone.
Yeah. I hope we get a really, like a big one, like Romeo and Juliet or Twelfth Night.
Like I think that people shy away from Romeo and Juliet as well because it is, like you said, such a big one.
Yeah.
And you have to do it right. Because I feel like with the ones that people haven't heard of as much, of course, everyone deserves justice.
Sure.
But if you get like a Hamlet or a Macbeth or a Romeo and Juliet, and you can't mess it up.
No.
Like at all. But I just love it. I think it's so good. I think it's got everything you would want. It's such an ensemble piece because there are so many pivotal roles except for Romeo and Juliet. But you've also got like fighting, that you've got death, like fighting, like you've got like poison, like love, like you've got family, like dynamics. You've got everything you want in a play. So I'd love to do that for our project.
Are you playing Juliet?
Yeah.
Are you playing Juliet?
Yeah, I think I'm doing the Romeo, Wherefore art thou?
Oh, I'm doing that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it with Lizzie. Who you
Patrick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's going to be really fun.
I think for the Shakespeare show in third time, I think I'd like to do Much Ado About Nothing.
That'd be a fun one.
That would be sick.
I like the look of. I haven't watched the theatre production, but I know what it's about.
I think that's one of Shakespeare's like funniest ones.
Yeah, it's meant to be. It's more of a comedic, which is why I like to do it.
Midsummer Night's Dream would be fun as well.
It'd be a crazy one.
It'd be like bonkers, or Othello. Othello would be sick.
Yeah. Macbeth would be a cool one.
Yeah.
There's loads of Shakespeare.
I mean, they did all-female Julius Caesar, didn't they? And Coriolanus last year.
I don't really like the story of Julius Caesar.
Do you not?
Maybe not for Shakespeare, at least, anyway. If they did it, did it more in a modern way, then maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think they did. Was it Julius Caesar? Or was it Henry V? Where Kit Harington played.
I think it was Henry V.
I think it was Henry V.
I think so.
That's a good.
That was like modernised.
A really good one.
Yeah.
Henry V.
That leads on to our next two questions. What are your favourite 2 lessons? 2 and only 2, excluding stage combat because that's everyone's favourite.
Technically your third.
Stage combat's my least favourite.
Okay, well it's not technically your third.
I'll drop a controversial.
That is very controversial
because you got the least favourite.
Didn't you get the award for it as well?
No.
No.
I got the voice and text award.
That's it.
Okay, no, maybe not my least favourite.
Yeah, they didn't do
Well,
the Stage
actually,
Combat
before we get into, can you tell us why?
What, my least favourite?
Yeah, but no. Why is Stage Combat low on the list?
It's literally, you guys are gonna laugh, but it's because it just makes me nervous because I'm like, I feel like I'm so bad at this, and it's nothing to do with the teaching. I think our teachers are brilliant. Like, we work with like industry professionals all the time. Like, they're always like knowing what they're doing, but they're so, you can tell that they teach all the time.
Yeah.
And they guide people all the time.
Sure, yeah.
And I think it's so sick that PPA offer it, and I know that it stands out on a CV. But I've got dodgy knees, and then when I come to lesson, I'm always a little bit like
nervous that you're gonna like hurt yourself. Or
nervous.
hurt
I'm going to
else.
hurt myself. I'm going to hurt someone else. Oh, I'm not going to do it right. Because I think because everyone in the year is like, yeah, Stage Combat, I'm a bit like, oh, I feel a bit embarrassed. Like, I should really love it more than I do. But then once we get into the routine, I tend to like flourish a bit more and like enjoy it a bit more. But I think it's while we're in the kind of awkward learning all the techniques bit, and I also don't enjoy sword, which is what we're doing at the moment.
So I think sword's actually grown. I enjoy it. I do love Star Wars though, so that kind of like
don't like sword, but it's not the sword that we're doing. It's
small
sword,
Kenji or something that Star Wars do.
Oh yeah, we asked today, didn't we? I can't remember what, but that was the classic one. There might be different.
Yeah.
And there's loads of different Stage Combat things, but
yeah,
me and you did Stage Combat, didn't we?
We did a good job though.
Yeah,
we did do a good job.
We got good grades. We got a good choreographed fight. We had our own unique thing at the end. What was the play we used with it? I can't remember.
Reasons to be Pretty.
I thought it might have been that.
Yeah.
I was thinking, was that the play or was that another?
Well, me and Tia Chapwick were saying this like earlier because I think Tia, I don't want to speak on her behalf, but I know that she feels a little bit similar to me. Like, she's worries that maybe she's not the best and it makes her a bit anxious and stuff. But we were saying that we get so in our own heads about it, and the minute we get up there and perform it, it's fine. And then I know that when we get into the exam choreo, we'll be fine. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's first thing and it's a really physical class and it's a bit like, oh.
Doesn't always help.
Okay, maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but do you know what my two favourite lessons are?
Yes.
Go back to the original Q.
You've been
Q.
waiting for this,
I'm so
haven't
cool.
you?
The original
I'm so
Q.
quirky.
I'm so quirky.
Have you got one?
Yes, I do. What lessons do we have? Let's think about it.
Oh, we have
Do you
active
want me to list
camera.
some?
We have physical theatre.
Voice and text, speech and accent. We have
German.
German. Do we?
Nope, we do now.
I've been missing that class if we have that.
Right, I think I would say that one of my favourite is acting with Jen.
Really?
I love Jen.
That's actually not one that me and Joe listed, so you can't say that.
My favourite's German, actually. No, like I love acting with Jen. I just think she's brilliant. I think her process is really, really like intensive, and it can be slow at times, but the results are always brilliant. Like, I thought that all of us like smashed our duologues. I mean, I don't know if I was in your classes for the duologue section.
No.
You
I
would have been
wasn't.
in mine.
Well, I wasn't. No, was I? Because we weren't in the same
No.
project.
I think so.
It was me and you.
Was it?
Yeah, we were in the same. Because you did it with Tia.
I did do it with Tia.
I did it with Claire.
Oh, you were with Maya. Yeah, that's
no,
right. Yeah,
but
sorry.
I think we all did
Merging
such.
classes.
I think we all did like amazing on our duologues, and that process was so slow. But I feel like she just knows what she's doing, and I love the passion that she has because it inspires me to get that passion as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I obviously have a project at the moment.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Because you two are doing Hedda Gab, aren't you?
I am actually really enjoying Hedda Gab as well.
Yeah.
But Jen is exactly like in them duologue process. But obviously, rather than focusing, it's a bit better because obviously, rather than focusing on a pair doing a duologue and then the other people have to kind of wait until it's your turn and you focus it on your own until she comes round. Obviously, Jen is focusing on everyone in the Cherry Orchard and her process. We might actually have her for a project next year. Who knows? Or next term.
Well, she'll definitely be doing a project with a group.
Yeah. And I think we'll have her for Shakespeare project as well because she's so passionate about all this kind of stuff. But she's so good to work with.
Oh,
like,
I can imagine.
If you enjoy doing the duologues with her, she really gets into everything and in good
I love
time
her
as well.
like.
Yeah, she always with the
I just want to get into the ringing of it.
She's a vessel of knowledge.
That's literally, that is like, I couldn't have said it better myself. She is a vessel of knowledge. She's just amazing.
Need to get her on the podcast.
I actually honestly think if you asked, she'd be like, really? Can I do that?
Do you think she would?
Yeah.
I actually think if you asked her genuine, I think she'd be a bit funny about coming round. like to your house, because she'd be like, that's a bit weird. But if you brought your get up to PPA,
No, yeah, we're gonna be. We're actually interviewing Mitch soon.
no way.
It's booked in for next week.
Oh, sick!
Yeah.
That's
The
exciting.
episode won't come out next week. Just
Just so you know,
we're
but
filming it
in advance.
But yeah, so all the like, if we do more teachers and Mitch, it's all going to be at PPA.
That's so
the studio
exciting.
that we'll film.
I love that.
But yeah, so we'll get into the next question. How are you finding balancing university with kind of drama school with workload and kind of just living away from home and going back in the evenings? Obviously, I know you live with Claire now, which must be fun for you.
Yeah. No, Claire's my best friend. It's lovely living with her. That went really solemn then. I was like, it's lovely living with her. I think it's... This year, I'm working Saturday and Sunday. So I don't actually have a day off, which is a bit annoying. Definitely... I feel like, in a way, I'm feeling quite burnt out. But at the same time, I'm managing to get all my work done and I am keeping on top of it. Like, I was actually having this conversation with Claire last night. Like, I was like, I'm burnt out, but at the same time, I feel like, how can I be burnt out? Because I am managing it. Like, I know my lines. Like, I'm getting my stuff done on time. And, I know my stuff. But at the same time, I feel like I'm struggling. But even though maybe I'm not, because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird thing. I feel like the days just run away with you so much. And that's a bit depressing.
The fact that we're in week 9, we've got 3 weeks, including this week, left.
It's just scary. It's so scary. I just feel like our training's going to be gone before we know it. It's definitely, for me, what's weighing on my mind is time. Because I really feel like, boom, 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 day's gone. Okay, that's the week done now. Okay, I'm at work. Oh, back to Monday. Oh, it's assessment week in a couple of weeks. Before you know it, assessment week's coming up. Like,
it's going very fast.
It's going so quickly. Like, I can't believe we're performing Hedda Gabler in a few weeks. That actually makes me feel a bit sick.
2 more
I
projects.
can't wait to watch it.
I'm excited to watch all the different ones. What'd you say, sorry?
2 more projects left. That's it.
So scary.
That's
2 more projects and then 2 massive.
I meant project
real
classes.
Scale.
And then tech runs probably.
And then tech runs and then the show.
Ooh.
Is that all the we've only got 2 more projects left?
Because 2 weeks.
2 more weeks. 2 more projects left.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I feel like we're kind of on our way to being prepared. I'm excited to do it because we're going to do a full run tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. But yeah. Time is just going too quick.
Let's hope it goes good.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So how are you finding living away from home and things like that? Because obviously in Mount View you commuted, so you went home every evening. But how are you finding it?
I'm really enjoying it. I really love it. I think it's so literally, like, if I look at it from literally just a practical perspective, it's just convenient.
Sure.
You can like walk everywhere, and like socially it helps so much because people live together obviously, so you're like forced to kind of make friends in that way. And then it's like, oh, like so and so is like having people around, or they're only a 10-minute walk, or they're the 5-minute drive or whatever, and it's so great. Like, I do get a little bit homesick, but I don't know. My dad's very independent and I come from a very quiet house. In a way, I think I'm used to being, and I'm an only child, so I think I'm used to being independent and having that kind of like, I'm quite happy being on my own. I mean, I do get lonely because I think we all do.
Yeah.
But I'm not really ever alone in a way, because we have each other, and then we go home and then there's Claire and my other housemate Oliver and Tom, and I'm always surrounded by people.
They're at GSA, aren't they?
Oliver is at GSA and Tom is an MC at PPA.
Nice.
Yeah.
Question time!
Wow, I was literally about to do it, but you know what? It didn't scare me though. Right, question time. In Adam's family, what is the main daughter called?
Wednesday.
What day is it today?
Tuesday.
Oh. So,
in Marvel, name 5 characters from the MCU.
do you know Marvel?
Black Widow.
10.
Captain America.
9, 8.
Thanos.
7. 6. 5.
No, Captain America.
4,
Thanos.
3. 2.
Iron Man
1,
and his wife
0.
Pepper.
Who?
His wife Pepper.
His wife Pepper.
I don't know if you hit
Pepper. Iron Wife.
his
I was about to
wife
say
Pepper.
Iron Wife's man.
Wait, you said that. You said that on the last mark. So I'm going to give you one more question.
Okay,
and
go on.
You got 2 seconds to answer it. Okay.
Go on.
And you got to do it in German because we know German.
Fine.
Ready? Actually, can you count in German?
No,
Okay.
I just made that. I can count to 10 in Japanese, and I can sing the alphabet song in
No,
French.
that's not the question. Right, ready?
Put that in your
2
CV.
seconds. You got 2 seconds. Name 2 characters from Star Wars. 2.
Luke and Leia.
1.
Oh, we're gonna do another question.
Damn.
Oh my god.
What's the main character in Elf called? 5, 4, 3,
Elf,
2,
buddy.
1.
Elf Buddy.
Oh.
Elf Buddy. That's not 5 seconds.
What's Elf's stepdad kind of make believe dad called? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Fat
1.
Santa Claus.
Fat Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, I said.
Oh, they said Fat Santa Claus.
Fat Santa Claus.
Because it's his make-believe dad. It's not his real dad.
You're right.
Oh my god, she got so many questions right.
I can't think of another question.
Are you waiting to catch me out?
Yeah.
Name 2 DC characters. 5,
Batman
4,
and Robin.
3. Oh my god.
Have you seen Ted Lasso?
No.
Oh yeah.
So I'll definitely get that wrong.
Name 5 Stranger Things characters. 10,
10,
9, 8,
Robin,
7,
no.
6, 5,
Robin,
4,
11,
3, 2,
Max.
1, 0.
I mean,
Thank
I
God.
would have got it if I had more time.
It was not 10 seconds.
We
Just speeding up.
We couldn't keep going on. We're going to run out of questions.
That was about 2 seconds.
I mean,
We
I
didn't
think
even
I did quite well there.
You did.
You know what?
That
You
was
got the
5,
highest
wasn't it?
score.
Was it 5, 4, 5, 4?
You know what? We'll watch back and we'll give you like a ding
54.
count.
Nice.
I think it was 5.
54?
I don't know. I was too busy panicking and being smart as fudge. You don't need to quack now, boys.
That was a very good save. That was a very good save. It
I mean,
saves
did you
us
not
time
ever
in
have
the
that with
editing
like your
process.
family when you were younger and you went out of sweating? You're like, what the fudge, man?
What the fudge?
Or like,
God.
or I'd always go shoot.
funny.
Shoot.
Stop shooting that. Sorry. Which genre of film would you want to be in after drama school, or what would be your favourite role after drama school?
Coming of age. 100%. I'd love to be in a coming of age film. I think you guys have both heard this loads of times before. I'd love to be in a coming of age film, like something like Lady Bird or like Perks of Being a Wallflower, or just something like a story where like it's just got loads of heart in it. Like Juno, for example, I've watched that recently. I'd love to be in something like that.
What about Heartstopper?
I haven't actually watched it.
What?
I know. I
never
need
seen
to.
it,
It's I've such a long list of stuff I need to watch.
Perks of Being a Wallflower is very good though.
Oh, it's a gorgeous film. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's a bit like basic. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, Perks of Being a Wallflower, but I love it.
I only watched it because we did a scene
Beautiful.
together.
So good.
Timothy Chalamet.
But I feel like I always say that as my answer, and I think I would like to challenge myself. So I kind of want to be in a bit of everything.
Horror.
Yeah, I do horror. Yeah.
Okay, so what?
MT.
I want to be in Adam's family. What? Okay, if you want to challenge yourself, what genre would you least like to be in? But obviously, in this case, you would be in it. So which one would you least like to be in? But then you have to cast yourself in it.
Probably like, honestly, I feel like I'm quite good at high stakes scenes. So if I really get myself into it, because I was gonna say horror, but I actually feel like if I could get myself scared, if I really like.
It doesn't. It can be something not necessarily you don't think you'd be great at, just more what you would least like to be in compared to others. So if you least like horror,
like a sci-fi or something, I feel like, but then at the same time, I feel like so I'm gonna say sci-fi is my answer, but I don't know. I feel like everything has a good story in it. I mean, obviously there's some things that are just crap,
Sure.
like they are just objectively just not good.
You love all genres.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has a different challenge to it, for sure. But I feel like my go-to answer is coming of age, but then I'm like, oh no, but I feel like I can do more than that as well. But obviously I've had to narrow it down. So.
Well, would you rather go into? Actually, there's one question. So this question I'm about to ask, I forgot to ask in the last podcast. Well, I didn't forget to ask it, but there was a part to it. So would you rather be in? We'll put film and TV as its own.
Yeah.
Or theatre, so plays, or voiceover work. Where would you rank?
Or mocap as well.
We'll put voiceover work and motion capture.
Oh, motion capture.
We'll put them two together.
I'd love to do motion capture.
We'll put them in a tally of 3. So obviously plays, movies and TV shows together, and motion capture and voiceover work together. Which would you rank it? 1 being the best. 3
for me,
3 being the one you hate.
Okay. For me, what I'd want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously you can do all of them, but
I know I've just said that I'd love to be. I know you can get coming of age theatre, but it's not. I mean, I'm not to my knowledge, it's as common. I feel like
it's not as popular, is it?
It's more of a film and TV kind of genre.
Like it's more of a vibe there. But I would say for myself, theatre comes top, 100%. Theatre comes top. 2. Voiceover and motion capture. 3. Film and TV. Just because I don't think that Personally, for me, I don't feel as comfortable doing film and TV as I do theatre. I mean, I've obviously never done motion capture. It's honestly like up there and one of my goals, because I do love like cinematic video games, like storyline based video games, and like watching the behind the scenes and stuff. I think it's amazing, because the actors are still like, I feel like there might be a little misconception that maybe the actors in motion capture don't have to act as much. I just feel like that would be a thing.
Oh no,
but when you watch the behind the scenes, like, you know, there is still full investment there.
New, like, especially with like new tech, like, I'm gonna give an example here. It is Star Wars. The latest season of the animated show, on the poster on my wall, the actress that plays Ahsoka, you can see the behind the scenes. She's dressed in this whole like black outfit. She's got, like, you know, like the green bubble.
Dots.
Yeah. But if you watch the actual fight scene, she's actually doing the choreographed stage combat fight, but there's not one detail in her facial expressions and her movements that are different to the literally it's her fighting, and they've put the animation of the character of Ahsoka on top of this actor.
It's so good.
And it's so good quality nowadays, and voiceover work as well. It can be so arguably there's more acting in voiceover work than seeing your actual
if you look at the guy that plays Gollum, he also played in the Planet of the Apes, I think.
Yeah, and Star Wars again.
And Star Wars, yeah.
He's done loads of.
He's so impressive.
I can't remember, what's his name? He's done loads of voiceover work in motion capture.
I know his name, but I can't.
Smeagol.
I feel like voiceover work, you've got to work 10 times harder in a way, because you've got to give so much, but no, they can't see anything.
Definitely, yeah.
100%. I know obviously animators can step in and animate facial expressions and whatever, but 100%.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to say that as your second one, but yeah, that's interesting.
No, I mean, I really enjoy acting for camera, and I definitely want to go into it, 'cause, I mean, it's a massive part of the industry now. Like, I would never be like, no, like, of course, but I just feel like in terms of what I feel like I'm best at and what maybe I would be best at, but then who knows, like, I'm still in training, so I might get better at acting for camera, to be fair. I just think I'm so much stronger in theatre and motion capture. I just think it'd be sick. That'd be so good. We should ask, I don't know if, I think we have workshops in third year. We should ask if like we can get some motion capture workshops to come in or something.
That'd be really
I would honestly, that would probably be up there for me. Actually, in terms of order, I think my order would probably be the same, but I think theatre, I don't know, I feel the same as you, where I think movies and TV shows would be at the top, theatre would be at the bottom, but I feel more confident with theatre because we've done more training on it, which is why I'd put it at the top. But anyway, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, yeah.
That's his name.
I mean, I have a friend, sorry. I have a friend who is out Mount View. Actually, I keep bringing up Mount View, but he is currently on the BA, and they had a motion capture workshop, and they got to learn how to stand like a video game character, like as one of their things. I think that's so sick. You know, obviously when they're like neutral standing, they got to like learn how to like, because you've constantly got to be moving.
Sure, yeah.
Apparently, it's like really tiring. I think it's like normal human beings are never like still, you know, so you've constantly got to have motion in your body.
But it's got to be like excessive motion.
But having a workshop on that in third year would be so helpful.
I mean, I think they did workshops last year, so maybe
something to put on the CV as well, and like spotlight and that.
It'd
be very 100%. It's a big thing to put on there, up there with like stage combat and that.
Defo.
So last question, final question,
last question
ever of this podcast.
Unless you come back on.
Are you closing on me?
We're
actually ending it here, guys. There's no work needs to be done now. I've been on here.
It's finished. Completed it. Would you recommend anyone to like going to drama school or thinking about drama school? Would you recommend drama school to them? And if not, why not?
I would.
We do that every time.
I would recommend it 100%. I feel I'm getting my mixed up. I feel like it is really, really, really helpful. I feel like it helps you like build such good connections and relationships, and it gives you like a whole kind of toolkit that you can take away with you. But then at the same time, I will contradict myself, and I'll say that I think that drama school is absolutely not needed at all. Although I would argue that it's a bit harder to break into the industry now without it, unless you've got like connections and like or industry in your family or people that can help give you that boost. I mean, I know some actors have just broken out by themselves, and respect to them, but I feel like it's becoming a bit rarer now. I don't agree with the fact that I don't agree that you need training to be a good actor, because there are some actors that have never trained in their life, and it is just, you know, magic to watch.
Yeah.
But yes, I would recommend Drama School. I don't regret it at all. It's great.
Nice.
It's good to hear.
Nice little ending there for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
For coming on the podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it.
I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yes, and please like and subscribe. Or
thank you for watching.
Follow on Spotify. Is that a thing? Can you follow on Spotify?
Follow on Spotify.
Follow
like
on
and subscribe.
Spotify.
Rate us 5-star, please, because we want to get there.
What are we on now? 4.7 or something?
Yeah. We're nearly going to be 5-star.
But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and
Yeah,
bye.
thank you. Bye.